2013, President Uhuru Kenyatta becomes a president with William Ruto.
Right.
William Ruto demands by blackmail that he must run government as an equal. That is when the state was captured. All through, if you look at from 2013, this is when the entry of all these tenders that people now are being arrested later when they have moved away from Jubilee to UDA. The occurrences were in 2014, 2015, 2016, up to 2017. The DCI and the EACC moving in under the term now, the UDA people have run away during the launch of the national, when they were getting William Ruto at Kasarani. His first speech was that upon him being sworn in, he will deal with the DCI, he will deal with the KRA, he will deal with the National Police Service Commission, because this is the weaponization of the state. When we have been telling them that these organs must have weapons and police power of coercion, whether you become the president or not, now they have created a new terminology called state capture. The state capture, they are saying, is that these people are being targeted by the state agencies. Who is at the center of the state agencies is His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. What else could the president do other than do what he does? The free lawyers here, I can forgive my brother here, know very well that independent institutions, Article 245 gives the National Police Service Commission, where the Director of Criminal Investigations are, independence of decision-making and investigation and arresting. KRA the same. The judiciary that convicts is not under the president's power. The fact that all these guys
so
have...
what's Ruto and co are saying, that what you're saying is what is supposed to happen, but that is not what has been happening, is that people have been arrested at the behest of others without following the instructions.
Let me finish that. I'm a lawyer, and very many of those are my clients from both sides. I'll tell you, the number of people are arrested depending on the political... Remember, politicians are chameleons. All these politicians, and I'll give you by number, when they were arrested, when they were investigated, they were in Jubilee.
All right.
But
and that time,
all right.
Just a minute. Let me finish that. Let me finish that.
10 seconds.
Only 10 seconds. Then, when they moved to UDA, my good friend Kipchumba Murkomen will tell you, that time, when they are saying NASA people were being arrested, it was not painful.
All right. All right.
So let us agree on one issue, that the noise they are making is baseless.
All right, we want to understand, if I may chip in, because it's crucial and it's a legal aspect, the proceeds of crime and anti-money laundering legislation was key in ensuring that we deal with the matters of state capture. And if you want to go back to the handset, and you understand that the new trade agreement, what has happened is the United States government has disengaged themselves from the trade agreement between the Uhuru administration and the Trump administration, want to enter into a new trade agreement with Kenya. And one of the conditions for this new trade agreement, because we don't live in isolation, is that we report, because you see the taxation regime in the United States is very different. It doesn't matter where else you pay tax. You must, they don't have double taxation treaties with other countries. You must still pay tax in America. They want it to be reported. Now, go back to the Hansard record. We will discuss that. It was anchored. The lawyers that fought this issue, where lawyers must report suspicious activity of clients' deposits, not all activity. Go back to that. And this was one of the legislations that was passed to ensure and to deal with matters related to state capture.
All right. We need to wind up on this state capture issue. Dennis, 1 minute only.
You know, Ben, I think as a priest and as a public service expert, the best law enforcement agent here. to define matters of state capture.
Right.
And, you know, whether it's deconstructing or not, let me base my argument on the truth. State capture did not just start the other day. State capture, in fact, is indicative of every other rule that Kenya has had all the way from independence. In fact, we see that we gain independence and then independence is captured. The mutilation of our post-independence constitution, 35 edits and audits and deletions of our constitution to create an imperial presidency. And then what that did is that the success of state capture is it was the ability of a small group of powerful, rich operatives to pervert institutions of democracy and benefit themselves. Today, we have rich individuals in politics who have no reputation of even selling water to be rich. They have captured policy. They have captured law. They have captured our entire economy to repurpose it to their self-gain. And this is why we are saying that this conversation is critical, because then it will implicate every president sitting, exited, or whatever. So this is not a Uhuru Kenyatta conversation. This is not a Uhuru Kenyatta conversation. In 2017,
we really need to
2017,
go for a break.
One of the things I need to see, and we need to be students of best practice. In 2017, South Africa did a report. You need to read that report. It's called Betrayal of the Promise. That indicated the rot of state capture is way beyond looting. We're not talking about looting. We are talking about the fact that an entire country has been deviated to build a few and to kill the majority. And today, there's a reason why the majority of Kenyans are not able to put food rations on their table, and it will take Raila Odinga to speak to Uhuru Kenyatta, perhaps under a glass of whiskey, and say, why don't we give them 2 rations of
we need to leave.
for political